Hey everybody, I'm so excited to be here today. I'm Desy, and I'm an au pair from Italy, Sicily. So, I expected a lot from this experience, but for sure, I do not expect to talk in front of so many people like today. So, for the last 8 months, I have lived in Arlington, in a beautiful country close to Desy, with my amazing Babs family. So, we are 6 people, my host mom, the best organized person that I know, my host dad, the best Nutella crate eater, and 3 kids who give me love and who give me smiles, and they full of love. Before becoming an au pair, I went to university and studied nursing. But after 3 months, I decided to leave from my comfort zone and find a new experience that will improve me in a different ways. What could be a better opportunity than not to become a cultural caring au pair? So I had so many great reasons to choose the au pair program. First, because I love spending time with my kids. Second, because I want to improve my English for my future work. And third, but not less important, because I love traveling and compare my culture with other one. I have joined many American holidays already, including Halloween, July 4th, and Easter. My host family loves traveling, and I often get to go with them. In my free time, I also travel with my friends. I think one of the best experiences I have had as an au pair is all of the travel that I've done. In the past, for almost 12 years, I went surfing at a competitive level. I remember when I matched with the Babs and I spoke with Josh. He told me that he has run a lot of marathon, and I thought that it was crazy. But 2 weeks before I came here, I received an email from Cultural Care about the New York City Marathon, and I said, why not? Why not challenge myself in a new way? Also, it was for a good reason, to raise money to Cultural Care Kids First Foundation, which helps children less fortunate than us. So, tomorrow is the big day. I'm not afraid of the starting line, as I was when I decided to leave my family, my country, and my Sicily. Although I will be excited at the marathon finish line tomorrow, I know it will be sad when I reach the finish line of my time as an au pair and I have to leave my host family. I have loved living with the Babs family. I'm sorry. I will miss every single moment of joy living with them. Sorry. Also, I want to say thank you to all of the volunteers for helping with the marathon, and Cultural Care and First for letting me run the biggest run marathon in the world.
Man, who has to follow that up? Jeez. First of all, I want to say thank you to the State Department for having us. It's not possible to have an amazing program like this without the State Department, so thank you very much for having us today. Thank you, Desy, for the kind words. We joke that I think she and I cry a similar amount, so I thought I'd start crying later, but we'll go ahead and get that out of the way now. So folks, my name is Josh. I'm originally from Texas. We now live in Washington, D.C. My wife, Allison, and 3 tiny humans are running around here. I've got 2 of them up front, Abby, Charlie, and Andrew, and of course, Desy, our amazing au pair. It's our first year in the au pair program, and I can't express how amazing it's gone and how appreciative I am for what each of you do for the families that you're with. It's a very, very special moment. So thank you so much for being here today. It's a great weekend to be in New York, and I'm so grateful to share it all with you. Let me tell you that as a parent, having someone who cares for your children in many of the same ways you would, learns to love them like their own, and ultimately becomes part of your family is truly a remarkable opportunity, and it's a precious gift. 8 months after having Desy join our family, I can honestly say that welcoming someone into your home, getting to know them in a way that is real and meaningful, and learning about a world that's far different from yours is an amazing experience, and it's one we would choose to do over and over and over again. A lot of people can and do care for children, and they do it in an amazing way. However, I am so impressed with Desy and the many of you who have shown the maturity and drive to come from your home countries and to come into a place that's very foreign to you and to dedicate more than a year of your life caring for our kids. It's a very special and I think unique opportunity that you have. It's hard work, and honestly it can be an emotional journey, but it's such an awesome opportunity and one we are grateful to have the chance to take part in. Let me tell you, our kids absolutely love having Desy around. Honestly, they love having someone who, just like us, cares about how their day went, who wants to play with them and is willing to be both a friend and a mentor. It's a great relationship and one that honestly benefits everyone in the house. Secretly, however, I know that they also love all the fun new foods that Desy's brought along with her, especially the Nutella crepes. Who doesn't love Nutella? And all the pesto pasta that Desy has learned to cook. After all, who doesn't love fresh pasta for lunch every day? And who doesn't love a good late night snack? From the day we first picked up Desy, I knew this would be an incredible year for our family. Being the emotional type myself, I so appreciated having someone who, as they stepped off the bus, well, she was so emotionally vested in our family that when she stepped off, she was crying and I was crying. We were both crying. So we met in the middle, crying and bawling our eyes out. First time seeing each other, we're both hugging and crying. And it was a great experience. Desy is an amazing young woman who has a heart of gold. She's been so kind to our children, and honestly, she's loved them like her own. Our home has become her home, and we have loved learning the things that she has experienced in her life. Truly sharing this year with her and watching her grow in so many ways. We will forever be changed by the love she has shown us. We are so, so grateful to call her family, much like I know many of your host families are to call you family. In our time together, we've done everything we can to introduce her to the things that make our family and our little part of the world unique. Since we love to travel, we've taken her as many places as we could. We've been on trips back to Texas to meet our extended family, tasted as many new cuisines as we could, and helped her plan her own travel to all parts of the world. It has been our goal to include her in everything we've done in the hopes that she would feel welcome and just like another member of the family. In fact, my wife loves to cook, and it turns out it's a good thing because Desy does too. Something I'm really happy about. I think I've probably put on at least 5 or 6 pounds since Desy showed up. Thank you for that. They've loved sharing recipes and cooking together a lot these last 8 months. And Desy's also done everything she can to teach us as many Italian and Sicilian phrases as possible. She's shared funny stories and some very specific Sicilian ways of doing things. Those of you that have ever been to Sicily can probably appreciate that. Honestly, she's helped us compare and contrast the way she grew up in Italy with the way we have grown up here. And it's unique. It's an opportunity to really bond around your childhood and how your family has raised you. It's, again, creates an emotional bond that's really special. It's been such a great experience for all of us, and we are so grateful to Cultural Care for giving us the opportunity to meet Desy and welcome her into our home. Given the significance of the weekend and why many of us are here, I thought I should say a few things about the New York City Marathon and why I'm running it tomorrow. So in November of 2017, I ran my first marathon right here in New York City. For me, it was something that I was going to do before I hit a certain age in life. I thought I wanted to check a bucket list item and say I was capable of doing this. Somewhere along the way, however, it changed my life. I hadn't set out to be a long-distance runner. I didn't set out to run a lot of marathons. I just wanted to prove myself that I was up to the task. No video, article, or first-hand recount, or honestly even the best imagination can prepare you for the feeling of finishing a marathon. Regardless of your athletic prowess, how fast or slow you are, the last quarter mile is the most epic, goosebump-inducing stretch of physical exertion you'll ever do in your life. When I finished, my legs ached, my mind raced, but my heart, it soared. In the last few miles of that race, running through the hills of Central Park and approaching the finish line of the hardest thing I'd ever done, I realized that I was capable of doing so much more than I'd ever given myself credit for. For me, that was an aha moment, one that I owe to the sport of running. And today I continue to run as a way of challenging myself and those around me to be the best versions of themselves they can be, because I truly believe, and I want each of you to take this, if you take nothing else away from this weekend here, take this away from this weekend, it's that running can and will change your life. Tomorrow, I'll run my 6th marathon in the span of 2 years. And while it never gets easy, it also never stops being rewarding. In the same way I've embraced running, I would encourage each of you to dream big. Maybe it's not running a marathon. Maybe it is. Regardless, don't limit yourself. Make sure you let yourself look around from time to time. This year, or 18 months, or 2 years you're in the United States, heck, do it tomorrow when you're handing out water for 6 hours to a bunch of sweaty folks who look really tired. Take a minute to look around, to slow down and truly take in the bigness of what you are doing. For many of you, your journey is colorful, it's loud, it's full of emotion. For most of you, if you really embrace it, it can and will change your lives. I'm grateful to Cultural Care and to Kids First for allowing Desy and I to run this race tomorrow. Training with her has been amazing. It's been a remarkable way to create a mutual interest, to talk about, strategize, and bond over. Watching Desy train for this race, going from short 3-mile runs, which she thought were absolutely going to kill her, to running fast on the track, and ultimately finding ways to run 20 miles before the sun came up, has been very inspiring. She has used the marathon training as a great way to create discipline and drive in her own life. And I am so proud of her. I would highly recommend to each of you to give something big, like running a marathon, a try. You never know, you might even like it. Honestly, I hope this is the beginning of a tradition for our family, and that future au pairs will want to run the New York City Marathon on behalf of Kids First with me in the years to come. Thank you again to those of you that are volunteering for tomorrow. If you're out there on the streets dedicating your time, your energy, we appreciate it. You are part of what makes this race and this experience so special, and we simply couldn't do it without you. We'll see you on the course tomorrow.